Woo! What a fantastic time to spend together with you today. Yes, you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming around today again. We have been running a series on relationship, and like we've been talking about, we've been looking at the topic that says, is love not enough? And we've been running a series on it, and now the last time we spoke on why love dies. So today I will be talking to us about love on life support. So each time you hear about love on life support, the first thing that comes to mind is someone who is at the point of death, who can no longer survive on their own. The next thing to do is to get a life support to make sure that they survive or they make it through. But the truth is, when someone is on life support, chances of survival are very slim. But I like us to see it from this perspective, that if your love is on life support, then if we can look at the things that sends love to that life support camp, or that thing, those signs that prove to us that our love is on life support, we will be able to know how to work on them, and then we'll be able to get our love back from that isolation camp where it goes to die. And I trust that you will not let that love die in the name of Jesus. So without wasting much time, I like us to begin to talk very quickly about the things that are the signs and symptoms of a love on life support. Number one among those is when you begin to enjoy the company of others, or you choose to hang out with others, friends, family members, relatives, colleagues, rather than your partner or your spouse. You discover that attention begins to shift gradually from that one person that matters so much to you, and then when they request for a hangout, a date, or maybe a walk together, you rather choose to be in the company of your friends, your relatives, your family members, your colleagues, and all that. So you discover that you no longer find pleasure in hanging around or hanging out with that spouse of yours. Then there is something wrong, because there is a sign of a disconnection. It's a sign that your love is already on admission on life support, in life support camp. So I want you to take a very close look. What is that thing that makes you no longer to find pleasure in keeping company with your spouse, and rather choose to be with other people? Now, number two thing is this. See, it is fact, it is truth that when you see somebody who is attractive, you talk. So if you see a man who is attractive, who is fine, who is handsome, because you're not blind. And if you see a woman or a lady who is attractive, you equally know. But problem comes when you discover that everywhere you go, you're just watching out, you're just looking out for that very attractive man, that very attractive woman. The thing that's always coming to your mind is, as you're walking around, you go to the office, you're finding other people more attractive, their dress more attractive, their look more attractive, everything is more attractive to you than that of your spouse. You no longer find your spouse or your partner attractive anymore. Oh, sweetheart, there is problem. You need to begin to ask yourself this question: what is wrong? Why do I keep finding other people more attractive than my spouse? So there's problem. There's trouble. it is a sign that you need to begin to quickly. In fact, it just tells you that something is playing a fast one, a quick one on you, a quick trick on you. When you no longer find, I remember my husband was talking about one of his uncle. Some years ago, they went for his daughter's traditional engagement, and then when the women came out to dance and they were dancing with the child, the next thing the uncle did was he sat and looked at the wife and said, "Oh, my wife has completely aged. Oh, she's now looking very old." And then he now told him, he said, "Uncle, should you know that your spouse has really aged the way you're talking about it with disgust?" And he said, "Keep quiet." It was just a sign that something was already going on, because he saw some more attractive young ladies and all of that, and now he saw that his wife's body was already sagging. She's no longer attractive to him. He no longer finds her attractive and begins to complain. If you find that happening to you, it's a quick sign to wake up.